Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bummer Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellas.
All right, man, we back. Goodfellas Sports TV. As usual on the road. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Share the video. Man, let me talk to guys like Mike Coppinger, all right? And somebody tweet this to him, because at the end of the day, you know, when you out here and you supposed to be part of the media, and you thinking like this, he need to hear this, right? So he goes on Twitter yesterday, right? His usual stumping ground. And I don't have a problem with the guy, right? This is me being objective to what he's saying and breaking it down to him to educate him on the sport of boxing. See, just because you got a degree in whatever you got a degree in, journalism, communications, or English degree, man, that don't mean you belong in the sport of boxing and you the end all be all, right? I know a lot of the stuff that you report before you say it, and it's a known fact. But this ain't no slight, you know what I'm saying? Don't know him, don't got a problem with him, but I have an objection with him, right? And this is what I object. Yesterday he retweeted out, Michael Benson said that Crawford said he's more accomplished. I'm just gonna keep it short. He says he's more accomplished than Shawn Porter, Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, Shawn Porter, and whoever else on that side of the street, right? And he says, no way, you haven't fought those guys. How is he not more? How's Bud, and this is me just keeping it real, and let me know if I'm out of pocket, right? How's Bud not more accomplished than those guys, right? Errol Spence started his career at 54, came down. He just unified a division 7 years into his career. He turned pro in 2012, all right? That could be a guesstimation, not sure. I think he turned pro in November of 2012, right? Shawn Porter, he moved down. He started at super middleweight, junior middleweight. He moved down to a 147-pound limit, right? And he's won a total of 2 titles. He's a 2-time champion, right? Danny Garcia, he unified 3 belts, right? He unified the WBC, WBA, and I maybe think it was the WBO belt. I think he had 3 belts at 140. I don't think he never got the IBF belt, you know, and this might be some education for these dudes out here, because Lucas Matisse failed to fight for the vacant belt, versus the IBF, Lamont Peterson's IBF belt, because he didn't want to lose his mandatory position to fight Danny Garcia, because he didn't think Danny Garcia was going to fight him. So him and Lamont fought at like 141, and they just fought a regular fight. Lucas Matisse turned down the opportunity to win the championship belt chasing Danny Garcia, which it turned out to be all bad, because he lost to Danny Garcia and he never became a real world title holder. He got the regular WBA belt, but that wasn't a real world title. When Danny Garcia was going to fight him anyway, he took bad advice, right? We talked Shawn, we talked Keith Thurman. He unified a division, right? He held the same thing with Triple G. He held, I think, the intern WBA or whatever, the regular WBA. And when he fought Danny Garcia, it became a world title, a real world title. Up to that point, it was a regular WBA title. When he unified with Danny Garcia, that's when it became a super WBA title. Now, how many times did he defend the super WBA title and the WBC title? He defended it twice and lost on the second time. I believe with Danny Garcia, then Ozito Lopez, and then he lost to Manny Pacquiao. So, we being technical, Keith Thurman only was a champion for a day, 2 days. And he's another guy that fought at 152 or whatever it was versus Carlos Katana and came back down to 40. You could say he accommodated Carlos. At the end of the day, he still fought at the junior middleweight limit. He still fought at the junior middleweight limit. So, at the end of the day, only guy that moved up and won titles in multiple weight classes, is Danny Garcia. That's it. And then again, if you want to be technical, Danny Garcia beat a faded Robert Guerrero and barely beat Robert Guerrero for the WBC title. So at the end of the day, y'all, and let me break it down to Coppinger and people like that. People talk about, Crawford ain't beat nobody. But Victor Postile, the very same Victor Postile, my dude, he paid Danny to step aside. Danny vacated the area. Danny Garcia wanted no smoke with Victor Postile. Let's go look at the article. He paid him an undisclosed amount of money to step aside. Come on. But all of a sudden, Victor Postol ain't nothing. Mike Coppinger is probably like the rest of the new media. They was all, oh, this is going to be the toughest fight of Crawford's career, and Victor Postol going to beat Terrence Crawford. After the fight, Victor Postol wasn't all that in the bag of chips no more. He was just another Eastern European stiff. All right? You want to keep it real? Mikey Garcia didn't have to sit out all that time with Top Rank. If he would have took the Gamboa fight, he dug Gamboa. That's Errol Spence's most credible win. Not no beat up Kell Brook. Not no Shawn Porter that went life and death with Julio Diaz, and he wasn't nothing before that. He was, oh, Shawn Porter ain't nothing. He gonna lose in 5 rounds. He gonna get knocked out. Oh, it's the easy belt. It's the come on. And all of a sudden, when it's convenient for the boxing fans and the media, now they want to put Shawn Porter on the pedestal. Before the fight, I told y'all Shawn would be tough. So once again, let's add it up, bro. All right? Danny Garcia won a total of 4 titles. Errol Spence won a total of 2 titles. Keith Thurman won a total of 2 titles, right? Shawn Porter won a total of 2 titles, right? None of them been identified as a lineal champion at the 147-pound division. None of them. You want to say the ring don't count? We cool, right? But if you look at Crawford, guess what? He won a title at 135. He was identified as lineal at 135 by a lot of people. He went to 40, won all 4 belts. Won all 4 belts at 40. And he was identified as the world's best, lineal. Right? If you add in the lineal belts, that's 6 belts right there. Went up to 150-47, where everybody wanted Jeff Horn. And everybody's calling out Jeff Horn for the WBO belt. He beat Jeff Horn, no problem. Didn't drop around. You know what I'm saying? So if you add them up, 4, 5, 6 actual world titles and 2 lineal titles. Come on, man. You talking about accomplishments? Errol Spence has never been identified as lineal. Errol Spence has never moved up. He's moved down in weight. That's why people call him the weight bully. Keith Thurman, he only had 2 actual real title defenses. Because his WBA title didn't turn into a real world title until he unified with Danny Garcia. So he had a total of 1 successful title defense. Shawn Porter, he had the IBF, lost it to Kell Brook, WBC, won it versus Danny Garcia, then lost to Errol Spence. Another guy that moved down in weight several times. We just speaking facts. So you're saying, how is Bud Crawford not more accomplished? What is PBC? What have they proved? What have Errol Spence proved? He didn't prove he was the best in the division. Now, had he fought Keith Thurman, since we talking about the size of the street, they're on the same side of the street. Had he fought Keith Thurman and beat Keith Thurman, I'd be like, he the #1 welterweight. He lineal. Had he fought Keith Thurman, got that opportunity, but that same guy that got froze out by PBC, now he gonna do unto others that was done unto him, and then freeze out Terrence Crawford. Why? Kell Brook was beat up. Kell Brook had a broken eye. Kell Brook came down for 160. Didn't get a tune-up. Come on, I wasn't the Kell Brook that Shawn Porter faced. Come on, man. You talking about Keith Thurman? Good fighter. I think he get at his best, he'll get Bud his toughest fight. I've always said that. But he passes best. You talking about accomplishments, dude. Like, none of these dudes have ever moved up in weight besides Danny. None of these dudes has ever been lineal. Well, Danny was lineal, excuse me. Danny was lineal at 140. Let me get that. Danny was lineal. Danny's the only one that has a Hall of Fame S-type resume. Apologize to Danny Garcia. He the only one that moved up in weight and took chances. Everybody else technically didn't move down in weight and took no chances. How we know how good Shawn Porter is? To be honest, you know, he lost to everybody he fought, other than who? Danny Garcia. How we know how good he is? As far as he ain't never moved up and did nothing. When you talking about pound for pound, Mike Coppinger, that's everything but heavyweight. Pound for pound, mean what you done moving up, and showing you the best. So who done moved up besides Danny Garcia and showed that he the best? None of them. None of them. They be killing me, dude. Like, it's common sense. You can open up a box rack. You can believe that Iffy Wikipedia if you want to. It's going to show you Crawford has done more. And then what they fail to realize is this, dude. Crawford turned pro in 2007, if my memory serves me correctly, right? I believe it was 2007. I think Mikey turned pro in 2006, if my memory serves me correctly, right? He didn't have no top promoter. He didn't come in the game with Al Haymon. He didn't get with Bob Arum until 2013 because I think Mikey Garcia referred him over to Cameron Duncan, and they got with top rank. So this dude missed. I'm trying to think. I think it was 13 he got with top rank, yeah, because he won the title in 14. So I think he turned pro in 2006, excuse me, or whatever. Let's just say 7. This dude missed his first six years of his career. He didn't have no major promoter. Everybody know boxing is about who you know and not what you know and how good you are. Come on. Had he knew the right people from the beginning, Crawford would have been dominating the sport. Tim Bradley said, and when he sparred him for Devin Alexander in 2011, he said he was better than Devin Alexander from a southpaw position, but Crawford orthodox. He could do both. He said he a world champion. This back in 2011. He tried to sign Crawford, but couldn't buy him out his deal from Matador Sports. So you're talking about a guy that legitimately wasted the first 6 years of his career because he didn't know the right people. And back in 11, they said he was a world champion type fighter, fighting strictly from southpaw when he can fight both. You talking about he ain't accomplished? You talking about he ain't accomplished, dog? He started off with a 6 or 7 year or 5 or 6 year behind the 8 ball. He's behind the 8 ball. Had he had a top rank or Al Haymon like Adrian Broner did almost from the beginning, or a little bit early in his career, come on, man. Bud would have had all the shit he wanted to do. But for him to go out here and tweet out, oh, he's not more accomplished than how? He moved up 3 weight classes and conquered 3 weight classes. Errol Spence moved down. Keith Thurman moved down. Come on. Danny Garcia, the only one move up. Shawn Porter moved down. Come on, man. Come on, accomplished. Because they beat each other? They wouldn't even fight Errol Spence. For years, Errol Spence got Shawn Porter 2 years too late to meet. He should have got him right after he beat Kell Brook. Because Kell Brook won, Shawn Porter's right there to call out Kell Brook. Come on. Errol Spence should have been fought Keith Thurman 2 years ago when he became world champion. Did it happen? So how do we know who Errol Spence beat? That anybody identified that he was better than. Who? For you to say he's just so much more accomplished, he's not. And if he was confident, dude, he would fight old boy. He'd fight Terrence. Sorry, there's a loose dog in the street. He'd fight Terrence. For real. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the kind of stuff people be saying, like, oh, belts don't matter. All of a sudden, Errol came, and when Errol fought, it's about unification. You know, like Crawford don't have a belt. When Jeff Horn had that belt, everybody on PBC wanted the belt. So let's not get it confused. The only one that he ain't even comparable, to be honest. The only one that's comparable in accomplishments is Danny Garcia. You know what I'm saying? And he's struggling at welterweight. Struggled with Guerrero. Struggled with Shawn Porter. Got beat by Keith. So don't give me that, Coppinger, dude. Don't give me that, dog. Don't give me that. You just sitting here. Oh, what does Bud accomplish? What does Bud? And that's what casuals say. Before that, Gamboa was all that from bag of chips. Mikey did not want that Gamboa smoke. Danny Garcia paid Victor Postal to step aside. Lamont Peterson, Rod Felix Diaz. It was no doubt. It was no doubt of how Bud did it. Bud pounded him into the canvas. Pounded him. Go watch the Felix Diaz fight. That's the fight that got PBC shook up. He pounded that dude, and he gave everybody good work. They robbed him. They tried to rob him versus Sammy Vasquez. I ain't never seen this before. They came back out and rescored and gave the fight to Felix Diaz. Pounded Felix Diaz. Manny Pacquiao went life and death with Jeff Horn. I don't care what nobody say. The great Manny Pacquiao went over to Australia and went life and death. What Bud, the same Pacquiao they trying to fight. What Bud do? Played with him for 9 rounds and stopped him, I believe, in 9. And he ain't fought nobody. Everybody going, oh, yo, Pacquiao didn't lose to Jeff Horn. It was no doubt Terrence Crawford didn't lose to no Jeff Horn. It was no doubt. It was no doubt. None whatsoever. He stopped him. So, but y'all know how it go, man. Y'all know how it go, man. You know, it is what it is. Talking about he not more accomplished with what this dude got. Six world titles, bro, in 3 different weight classes. Errol Spence got 2 world titles in 1 weight class and been with Al Haymon his whole career. Crawford turned pro just when Terrence turned pro around 6 or 7. 2 real world titles his whole entire career in the elder Manny Pacquiao. Danny Garcia, he got it from the mud. You know, he got 3 belts, a lineal belt, and he got another belt at 147. And he ain't touching him. 3 world title belts, didn't become undisputed, I explained that. 3 world title belts, he won a lineal, and he got 4 belts. And we talking about a dude that had won 6 in 3 different weight classes with 2 lineal belts. The whole PBC 147 roster, not including Manny Pacquiao, we not including him. The whole PBC roster over there only got 1 lineal to their name, and that's Danny Garcia. They got 1 guy that moved up in weight that won a world title. That's Danny Garcia. So don't give me that. Don't give me that. Oh, he's not accomplished. We not counting world belts. Please, Mike Coppinger, please. Take your fake sources, you know what I'm saying, which is PBC people funding you information. You all late. You know what I'm saying? Take your fake pay-per-view numbers for Errol Spence. We know they was fake. I got confirmation on that. That fight, I ain't never seen nobody tally no pay-per-view numbers 24 hours after the fight. Not even a full 24 or 48 hours. Take your sources and leave, man. And don't be counting, oh Manny Pacquiao is going to fight Mikey Garcia. I said that several months ago, a few months ago. You know what I'm saying? Take your fake sources and the sources of PBC people. And Eddie Hearn, the Zone did 1.8 million globally. Like, dude, there's over 330 million people in America. How many people is it globally in the 8 or 9 the Zone markets, man? And only 1.8 people for the 20 ball. At least I don't know how much it costs in other countries. Pay for that fight? Like, please, man, y'all know what it is. Goodfellas Sports TV. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you got business, question, inquiry, response, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation? That link's in the description. Best way to donate is share the videos, man. This is when these dudes be pushing that propaganda, though, man. Or maybe they just don't know, man. But y'all know what it is. We out.